Crank the engine, understanding the phrase. Hello everyone. Today, we're going to dive into an interesting English expression, crank the engine. This phrase is not just about cars, but it's loaded with meaning and history. Whether you're an English language learner or just curious about idiomatic expressions, you're in the right place. Let's crank up our learning and get started. Originally, crank the engine refers to the action of starting a car's engine by turning a crank handle. Back in the early days of automobiles, this was how drivers would start their cars before the invention of electric starters. It required physical effort and was an essential step to get the engine running. However, you might wonder, why are we talking about this old method in today's world of push-button start cars? That's because the phrase has evolved and taken on new meanings over time. Let's explore this further. In modern language, crank the engine has taken a figurative turn. It's now an idiom that means to get something started or to begin a process. It's about initiating action and setting things into motion. For instance, if your friend says, "Let's crank the engine on this project," they mean, "Let's start working on this project." This phrase captures the essence of initiating action and is often used in various contexts, from business to everyday life. Remember, idiomatic expressions like this are what make a language rich and colorful. Understanding how to use crank the engine in context is crucial. Let's look at a few examples. Business context. After months of planning, we're finally ready to crank the engine on our new marketing campaign. Personal projects. I've been procrastinating for too long. It's time to crank the engine on my fitness routine. Team settings. The team is all here. Let's crank the engine and get this brainstorming session started. Notice how the phrase is versatile and can fit into various scenarios. It's all about the spirit of beginning and the excitement of initiating something new. That's a wrap on crank the engine. From its literal roots in the early automotive world to its modern-day usage as an idiom for starting something, this phrase has journeyed through time, enriching the English language. Hopefully, this video helps you understand and use crank the engine confidently in your conversations. Keep learning, keep exploring, and of course, keep cranking the engine of your language journey.